Hi, my topic for today's video is our social world and the hypothesis related to it. Well, I'm going to explain about variables which are independent and dependent variables. The hypothesis that I'm using today for my example is increased social media use is associated with higher level of loneliness. Before explaining the hypothesis, I would like to explain what is independent variable and what is dependent variable. Independent variable is considered the cause or factor that is manipulated by the researcher to observe its effect on another variable, while dependent variable is the outcome or effect that is measured and is believed to change based on the manipulation of the independent variables. Essentially, the independent variable is what influences the dependent variable. In the social science, independent variables are typically thought of being the cause, and the dependent variables are often seen as being the effects. So the hypothesis is increased social media use is associated with higher level of loneliness. As per that, I do have a dependent and an independent variable. Social media use is independent variable and loneliness is a dependent variable. Observation needed. Selecting participants. Young adults are selected age 18 to 30 as these groups are more active on social media and highly susceptible to its potential psychological effects. Step 2 is defining the variables where social media is independent variable and loneliness is dependent variable. Social media use is measured in hours per day spent on platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitter. Loneliness, which is a dependent variable, loneliness will be assessed using a standardized psychological scale such as the UCLA loneliness scale, where participants rate their feeling of social isolation. Data interpretation. If the data shows a strong positive correlation between hours spent on social media and reported loneliness, this will support the hypothesis that increased social media use is associated with higher level of loneliness. If no correlation or negative correlation is found, we will reject this hypothesis or revise it and possibly considering other factor influencing loneliness, that is in-person social interaction or mental health conditions. Conclusion. The hypothesis that increased social media use leads to higher level of loneliness is testable, measurable, and based on established sociological concern about digital social interaction. Through careful data collection and analysis, we can determine if the relationship holds true, helping to inform both sociological theory and practical recommendation for mental health and social media use.